की पुण्य चेतना उर में हम सब धारे, उर में हम सब धारे। बाल हृदय में उसे जगाकर जगे देश यह सारा। गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ।
दुर्बलता को राष्ट्र समर्थ बनाओ।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ।
त्यागो सारी दुर्बलता को राष्ट्र समर्थ बनाओ। बंधु भाव समता ममता से सबको गले लगाओ, सबको गले लगाओ। चलो विवेकानंद मार्ग पर शुभ संदेश हमारा। गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा। ईश्वर भक्ति भाव से बहती संस्कारों की धारा। भारत माँ की सेवा में गीता परिवार हमारा, 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 गीता परिवार हमारा।
मधुरं वदनं मधुरं नयनं मधुरं हसितं मधुरं हृदयं मधुरं गमनं मधुरं।
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं, मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्।
वचनं मधुरं चरितं मधुरं वसनं मधुरं वलितं मधुरं चलितं मधुरं भ्रमितं मधुरम्।
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं, मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्।
पाणिर्मधुरः पादौ मधुरौ नृत्यं मधुरं सख्यं मधुरम्।
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं, मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्।
मधुरं पीतं मधुरं भुक्तं मधुरं सुप्तं मधुरं रूपं मधुरं तिलकं मधुरम्।
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं, मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्।
स्मरणं मधुरं हरणं मधुरं स्मरणं मधुरं वमितं मधुरं शमितं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
कुञ्जा मधुरा माला मधुरा यमुना मधुरा वीथी मधुरा सलिलं मधुरं कमलं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
गोपी मधुरा लीला मधुरा युक्तं मधुरं मुक्तं मधुरं दृष्टं मधुरं शिष्टं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
गोपा मधुरा गावो मधुरा यष्टिर्मधुरा सृष्टिर्मधुरा दलितं मधुरं फलितं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मनु मुकुरु सुधारी बरनौ रघुबर विमल जसु जोदायक फलचारी बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेस विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीसति लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन बरन विराज सुबेसा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे कांधे मूज जनेऊ साजे शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र के काज संवारे लाय सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुबीर हरषि उर लाए रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरतहि सम भाई सहस बदन तुम रोजस गावे अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद सारद सहित अहिसा जम कुबेर दिक्पाल जहाते कवि कोविद कहि सकै कहाते तुम उपकार सुग्रीवहि कीन्हा राम मिलाय राजपद दीन्हा तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर है सब जग जाना जुग सहस्र जो जन पर भानु लील्योताहि मधुर फल जानू प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माहि जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाही दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते, सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हारे तेते। राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे, होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे। सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी सरना, तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना। आपन तेज सम्हारो आपे, तीनों लोक हाँकते कांपे। भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुनावे। नासै रोग हरै सब पीरा, जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा। संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे, मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे। सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा, तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा। और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे, सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे। चारों जुग परताप तुम्हारा, है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा। साधु संत के तुम रखवारे, असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे। अष्ट सिद्धि नौ निधि के दाता, असवर दीन जानकी माता। राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा, सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा। तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे, जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे। अंत काल रघुबर पुर जाई, जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई। और देवता चित्त न धरई, हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई। संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा, जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई। जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई, छूट ही बंदी महासुख होई। जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा, होय सिद्धि साखी गौरीसा। तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा, कीजय नाथ हृदय महडेरा। पवन तनय संकट हरना, मंगल मूर्ति रूप। राम लखन सीता सहित, हृदय बसहु सुर भूप। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय।
सच्चिदानन्दं वासुदेवं व्रजप्रियं धर्मसंस्थापकं वीरं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। ईश्वर भक्ति भाव से बहती संस्कारों की धारा, भारत माँ की सेवा में गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा। ईश्वर भक्ति भाव से बहती संस्कारों की धारा, भारत माँ की सेवा में गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ।
Jai Shri Krishna. What secret teaching did Lord Krishna want Arjuna to grasp that would help him overcome the delusion and grief at a very crucial moment when he was required to take up his mission and fight? Sankhya Yoga, or the Yoga of Knowledge, is the supreme knowledge about overcoming delusion and being established in a state of Brahmic bliss. On behalf of Geeta Parivar, I welcome you all to discover what the second chapter, Sankhya Yoga, has got to unveil. Seeking his presence among us and to ask the blessings of the Almighty, I invite Kiran Chaitani ji for the Arambha Pratna. Srimati Kiran Chaitani from Mumbai has a bachelor's degree in science and voluntarily retired from the railways last year. She joined Geeta Parivar in 2021 and serves as a tech assistant in level 2. Welcome, Kiranji.
जय श्री कृष्ण
Jai Shri Krishna.
वसुदेव सुतं देवं कंस चाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं श्रीकृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं जय श्री कृष्ण.
Thank you, Kiranji, for the melodious prayer.
Thank
A popular inspirational quote says, "What consumes your mind controls your life." It is during our darkest moments that we must focus to see the light. To enlighten us with the light of knowledge, I call upon Mahavir Prasad Agarwal ji for the lamp lighting ceremony. Mahavir Prasad ji, aged 70, from Kanpur, Uttar Pradesh, retired in January 2013 after serving almost 35 years in Uttar Pradesh Commercial Tax Department. He joined Geeta Parivar in 2021 and has passed the Geeta Pathak exam. He is the chief instructor and Geeta Jignasu examiner. Welcome, Mahavir ji.
निषिद्धैरप्येभिर्लुलितमकरन्दो मधुकरैः करैरिन्दोरन्तश्छुरित इव सम्भिन्नमुकुलः विधत्तां सिद्धिन्नो नयनसुभगामस्य सदसः प्रकीर्णः पुष्पाणां हरिचरणयोरञ्जलिरयम् शरदिन्दुनिभां शुभ्रवस्त्रैरलङ्कृताम् कलहंसकृतावासां वरदां शारदां नुमः.
Thank you, Agarwal ji, for the beautiful ceremony. It is now time to introduce our main speaker of the day. She imparts a plethora of perspectives and knowledge through her commentary. She is one of our program coordinators, and she's a Geeta Vrati, Geeta Pravina, who is also pursuing an Advaita Vedanta course from Chinmay Vishwa Vidyapit Kaur. It is a great achievement that she has also learned the whole Gita by heart. With her youthful sincerity, deep wisdom, and boundless enthusiasm, she leads by example. We are privileged to welcome our speaker, Kavita Verma ji. Welcome, Kavita Didi.
Jai Shri Krishna. Once again, welcome to the second chapter interpretation session. And this time we will have the last part of second chapter. So we have seen till the 53rd shloka. First, we have seen how Arjuna is depressed and Bhagwan is trying to convince him for the fighting against the Kauravas. Then Arjuna says, I cannot fight against them. They are my own people. How can I kill them? So Bhagwan tells the Paramatma and all the supreme knowledge he gives that you cannot kill the Atma and Atma cannot be killed. And you are also the same Paramatma and they are also the same Paramatma. So the Paramatma, the element of Paramatman can't be killed and it cannot kill to anyone. Nayam hanti nahanyate. So we have seen all this. Let's begin today with new topic, that is Sthita Prajna. Bhagwan will tell what are the characteristics of Sthita Prajna. How this question comes in the mind of Arjuna. When we will see. Let's begin with the prayer. Sada Shiva Samarambham Vyasa Shankara Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayana Swayam Vyasena Grathitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshiniം Bhagavati Ashtadashaധ്യായിനീം Amba Tvamanusandadhami Bhagavad Geete Bhavadveshini Bhagavad-Geete Bhavadveshini. So Arjuna, first Bhagavan is telling about the Paramatma Buddhi, that Atma cannot be killed, etc. All this he finishes. And then he tells about the Atma Sarup, the same topic. And then he tells about the Swadharma. Swadharma vichaveksha na vikampitumharasi, etc. So you are the Kshatriya, and for you as a Kshatriya, fighting against anyone for the Dharma Yuddha, it is your dharma, it is your duty, it is your responsibility. So you need to complete your responsibility. You cannot go away, you cannot run away from this responsibility. And if you will run away, what will happen? People will talk so many things about you. So Bhagavan has told this also. So at the level of physical word, he has given his logic. Bhagavan told the logics. And then with the Paramatma Buddhi, if you are very much sant, sage, then also Bhagavan told his logics. He gave his logic that you should not grieve now, you should fight against them. And now Arjuna, he has also told the Samabuddhi. Last time we have seen the Buddhi Yukto Jahati, etc. So Buddhi Yukta, what is Buddhi Yukta? So becoming equanimous to all the situations, to all the objects, to all the people. We should not have rag or dvesh, some more attachment or detachment or dvesh or ghrina bhav for anyone, hatred, feeling of hatred to anyone. So we should be some. So that is the key of success. Bhagavan told, if you are the sadhak, you are the seeker. Even in the physical world, the samatva is very important. Samatvam yoga uchyate, Bhagavan told. And he has also given karmanyeva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. So in samatva yoga, what we have to do, it is karma yoga. So we are doing our karma for Lord Shri Krishna, for his sake. We are not doing for our personal motives. And when we are doing karma with this bhava, with this feeling, we don't get attached with the results of the karma. So result will be good or bad. We don't feel anything good or bad. If we are doing karma for ourselves, then when the result will come, if it will be good, we will be very happy. If it will be bad, we will feel very sad. So the sorrow and happiness will come only when we are attached with our karma. That means we are attached with our fruits of action. But Bhagavan is saying, don't be attached with the fruits of action. Why? I am doing my work. So why should I not get attached with the result? This is my adhikar, or this is my right to get my result if I am putting so much effort here. So Bhagavan is saying, you don't know, but every action or every result depends on so many karma. In previous lives, we have done so many karmas. Now we are doing different actions. So all the actions will make your result. Maybe this time we are doing very hard work, but last time sometimes we haven't done that much hard work, but we got good result. So that will also make effect here. So we have seen, like, for one situation, so many things come and get connected, and then we get something happen in our life. So it is very important that we should not get attached with the fruit, because we don't know all our past lives, or whatever happened with us, we don't know everything. So it is very important that we should not get attached with the result, because we don't have knowledge. So we cannot define, we cannot do forecasting what will be the result, because maybe we are doing hard work, but there are chances that we don't get the result up to our hard work, because of previous karma should also get connected here. So now Arjuna will ask new question, that is the prajna question. So Bhagavan is telling about buddhi yukta person. person who is equanimous to all the situations, he is not attached with the results. So all this he has told. Now Arjuna is asking, who are these buddhi yukta people? Who are these sthita prajna? Because everyone has desires, everyone feels to get more, to get attached, everyone gets attached with the result. So how we can recognize in the world who are the sthita prajna? Or maybe Arjuna is asking how I can become a sthita prajna. What are the characteristics should I possess in my character so I can become sthita prajna person? So Arjuna, with this view, he asks the question. Arjuna uvacha sthita prajnasya ka bhasha samadhisthasya keshava sthitadhi kim prabhasheta kimasita vrajeta kim. Bhagwan is saying, what are the characteristics? Arjuna is saying, what are the characteristics of sthita prajna? You are saying person who is equal to all the situations, who is not getting sorrow or happiness, is not attached with anything. So what are the characteristics? Can you tell me in detail? So the sthita prajnasya ka bhasha samadhisthasya keshava, who goes in the trance samadhi, what happens with that person? Samadhisthasya keshava sthitadhi kim prabhasheta, the person who has sthitadhi, who has steady mind or does equanimous to all the situations, as I told. So sthitadhi kim prabhasheta, how he speaks, that means how he acts, how he will react to the situations. If something bad will happen or something good will happen, how the person will react. Sthitadhi kim prabhasheta kimasita vrajeta kim, how he goes, runs, or how walks, or how he sits. So the meaning is like he is asking not what are the physical positions, sitting or going, but he's asking for the characteristics, like what is the mind state of the sthita prajna person, how I can achieve that mind state. Because once I get to know about the situation, how he thinks, how he reacts, then only I can also start thinking in that way. I can also make myself in that way. I can also prepare myself like a sthita prajna person. But first I have to know about that person. Then after getting knowledge of that thing, I can only become like that. So Arjuna asked this question. And because of Arjuna, we also got the question and answered by the Bhagwan. So Bhagwan will tell about the sthita prajna person now. So he already gave some description in 12th chapter, the Jnani Bhaktas, how the Jnani Bhaktas are. So Sukha Dukkha is not Sukha Dukkha actually, but from 13th shloka, Adveshta Sarva Bhutanam Maitra Karuna Evacha. Then till the 20th shloka, he tells about the Yet Shraddhana Purusha Dharmasya Se Parantapa. So he told about the Jnani Bhaktas Lakshana. What are the Jnani Bhaktas? Similarly, here he is telling the sthita prajna, how the sthita prajna people are. Sthita prajna means whose prajna, whose intellect or buddhi is sthira, whose buddhi is stable. They are not getting much sorrows or happiness. So how are they? So now the complete description now we will tell till the end of this adhyaya. He will tell about the sthita prajna in detail. So first starts with the 55th shloka. It starts Prajaha Shri Bhagavanuvacha Prajahati yada kaman sarvan partha manogatan atmani vatmani tushtha sthita prajnasta dochyate. So Bhagavan is saying 4 things he says here. Prajahati yada kaman. First, who renounces or who just gives up all his desires. So first thing, all the problems comes with the desires. When we have desire of something and we are not able to fulfill that desire, we are not able to get that thing, and then only all the sorrows, all the problems, all the critical situations will arise, because we want to fulfill those things anyways. So sometimes if we are not doing something wrong, then we start crying, we feel bad, we feel low, we feel depressed. And another situation can be like we are doing wrong things to get that money, to get that opportunity, to get that some stage or something. So when we want to get something and we are not able to get, there are some problems, some things which are just not allowing us to get that thing. We do some wrong things, or we just become low. We feel stressed or depressed. We feel sorrow. So this is just because of our desires. So first, Bhagwan is saying that person renounces all his desires. Prajahati yada kaman, all his desires, physical desires, desire of physical world like money or name, fame, etc. So all these physical desires, and also desires of the Swarg Loka and other lokas also. In divine desires also he renounces, like after getting Swarg Loka, I will get this, and so many things I will be having there in the Swarg Loka. So Bhagwan is saying this person renounces all both types of desires. After getting into Swarg also, he has no desire, because he knows these are the things which are not permanent. From the Swarg also, I have to come back to this bhumi, to this earth. So which is not permanent, why should I seek for that thing? So Bhagwan is saying, Prajahati yada kaman sarvan parthamanogatan atmanyevatmanatushta sthita prajnistava dochyate atmanyevatmanatushta. He is happy inside. So the thing is, sometimes we think we will get this money, this much money, or this position, or this thing, that thing, and we will become happy. But the truth is, we cannot become happy by getting anything, any worldly thing or divine thing, except the Paramatma Tattva. We cannot become happy. The happiness comes from inside. Sometimes you have a chocolate, like for the small kids, we can have this example. So two kids are there, one likes chocolate very much, other kid doesn't like chocolate. So if you give chocolate to both the kids, so for the kid who likes chocolate, he will be very happy. So because of your chocolate, the happiness comes to his face. The other kid who doesn't like the chocolate, for this person, he will not feel anything. Or if he hates chocolate, he will feel sorrow. He will feel just opposite. So happiness is not in the chocolate, but happiness is there inside us. Happiness and sorrow both. So this depends on our mind state, how we want to feel. So because of chocolate, some student or some kids are becoming happy, and the other kid is not becoming happy. He is feeling sorrow. So the chocolate has no emotion, but emotions we are having. Similarly, like Alexander, we know him. He got victory over almost the world. He was like world. He became Vishwavijeta, Alexander. We still remember him. But in the end, he also passed away. He also just renounced his body and he went from this loka to other loka. So at the end is similar for everyone. So last time also we discussed like B and D. Birth and death is same for everyone. Only C we have choice. So how we are living our lives to make our death and birth better, because the next birth should be better. The death, the time of Antakala should be better. How Antakala will be better, how your death will be better if you are remembering the God. So, and how you will be able to remember the God if during your lifetime, full the duration of your life, if you are remembering God, then only you will be able to remember in the last time. Because whatever things we do, we remember, we think lifetimes, the same things come when we are dying, when we are going from this loka to other loka. So, and at the end, if we want to make good, then we have to remember God now itself. Then only we will be able to remember him in the Antakala also. So Antakale chamami vasmaran muktva kalevaram. So person should remember me in the Antakal, then only he will come and get me. Otherwise, he will again go to this world or go to some divine words, and again he has to come here, and all the pains, sorrows he has to face again and again. If you want to get rid of these sorrows, pains of this samsara, you have to remember me, you have to come to me, and once you reach to me, you come to me, or you get the Param Tattva, you will not get this sorrow again. So Satadhikim Prabhasheta Kimasita Vrajetakim, we have seen. Then Atmanyevatmana Tushta Stata Prajnasta Dochate. So once we learn how we can become happy inside, and our happiness is not depending on other things or other external things, then only we can become like happy naturally happy. Otherwise, with the external things, everyone has some happiness. After some times, again you will have the dull feeling, and again you will become more enthusiastic, again you will become dull. So this up and down will come. So we have to become happy from inside. That is very much important. The next shloka, he says, Dukheshvanudignamana Sukheshu Vigataspraha Vitaraga Bhayakrodha Sthitadhir Muniruchyate. So he's saying Dukheshvanudignamana. So when you have the situations which are giving you sorrow, the situations which are unfavorable, you don't want these situations, and these situations are coming to you. But in those circumstances also, if your mind is not getting agitated, you are not getting anger, etc., you are not feeling sorrow, you are not feeling pain, then that is the characteristic of that person, the buddhi yukta. That means you are buddhi yukta. So all the unfavorable situations or undesirable situations are not getting or not giving you sorrow, or not able to destroy your peace of mind. That is also the characteristic of buddhi yukta person, sthita prajna person. Dukheshvanudignamana sukheshu vigataspraha. And also for the happiness also, you are not much attached. Sometimes, okay, we are not getting much we are not feeling much very much bad in the conditions which we don't want. But sometimes the conditions or situations or circumstances comes which are favorable, which we really want, which are desirable for us. What we become very happy. Sometimes other person who is just next to us, that person feels low, like why this person is becoming very much happy. So other people also become little dull because of our happiness. We become over happy. We enjoy the things which we should not. So like we should have some levels of happiness, of sorrows. We should have control over our emotions, our feelings. If we are becoming very much enthusiastic, that is also not good. So ati sarvatra varjayet. If you are doing excess, if you are doing over, you are going over, that is harmful even for your happiness also. So if you are very much attached to something and you got that thing, and now if you will become very much happy, that will also affect opposite. Because if you are very much happy in some condition, the same amount of sorrow you have to face when the things will not come true, or when the things will not come to you. That time you have to feel the same amount of sorrow. So like the person who is expecting 90% marks in the exams, and that person gets 90%, that person will be very happy. The same quantity, if he will get 89%, only 1% relax, and if he gets 89%, the same sorrow or sadness he has to face, because it all depends on our mind, how we are expecting the things, and how much emotions we can generate inside. It is all in our hands. So we should try to control our emotions. When the emotions are coming outside, we should try that we should not be very much happy or very much sad. We should try to balance our emotions. Once we do this practice, balancing our emotions, slowly we go near to this sthita prajna person. So Bhagavan is saying, Dukkeshu Vignamana, Sukheshu Vigat Spreha, and then Veet Raga Bhayak Krodha. Veet Raga Bhayak Krodha. His Rag, Bhaya, Krodh, anger, attachment, Rag, Bhaya, fear, and Krodh, anger. Veet means gone, or he will not have the anger, very much attachment, or the fear feeling for anything. So Sthita Dhir Muni Ruchyate. So then only person will become Sthita Dhi. He will become Buddhi Yukta. He will become Sama. He will become Sthita Prajna. Once he will get victory over all these emotions. So Rag, and then Krodh and Bhaya. So if you have Bhaya, if you have Rag with something, like if you have attachment with some situation or some objects, and if you are not able to get that, what happens? You will have Krodh, anger. So Rag and Krodh. And Rag and Bhaya, if you are attached with something and you already have, so you will always have the fear to lose that thing. You don't want to lose something or someone, then you will always continuously will have fear for that thing. So Bhaya. So Rag, Bhaya and Krodh, these things come together. So if you have Rag, attachment with something, definitely you are going to have this fear or the Krodh. Krodh means the anger. So the both things will come with the Rag. So we should not have the Rag or attachment with the worldly objects or the worldly people around us. So Bhagavan has told this shloka also as a characteristic of Sthita Prajna person. Now he tells the other shloka. Yes sarvatra nabhisnehas tat prapya shubha shubham nabhinandati nadveshti dasya prajna pratisthita. Yes sarvatra nabhisnehas. He has no attachment everywhere. So sometimes we have attachment somewhere we don't have attachment, we are detached. But Bhagavan is saying this person, Sthita Prajna person, he is not attached with anything, any situation or any circumstances in the world, or maybe beyond the world also, because his mind is not attached. Inside, he is inside not attached with anything. So whatever things will come, circumstances will come, he will be equanimous to all these things. Then he will not get the shubh and ashubh, whatever will be good or bad. So like if we are connected or if we are attached with the situation, then only the result will give effects on us. If we are attached with our results, if we are attached with the situation, then only if good result will come, we will be happy. If bad result will come, we will be sad. But if we are not attached with the situations, result will be anything, good or bad. We will not get any effect of the situation. Like sometimes so many people die. If our own people die, then only we cry. If some other people in the world, so many people die, we see news channel, we read newspaper, we get to know. But every time we don't cry, because we are not attached with those people. We are not attached with those situations. So we don't get sorrow. We don't get sad, feeling bad or something. But if we are attached with someone or something, then we are surely going to get that pain. So Navinandati, he will not get happiness. He will not get happiness means he will not feel much happiness in the good situations, because his mind is stayed inside. He is always happy. So if he is always happy, then how he can become more happy or less happy? Because he is already 100% happy. So we will see one example Bhagavan will give later in this chapter only. So we will see that example. In that example, he has told very clearly this thing. He has explained. Nabhinandati nadveshti. He doesn't feel happy or hatred for anything. Tasya prajna pratisthita. His buddhi intellect is pratisthita. His intellect is merged with the Bhagavan, Lord, Shri Krishna, or the Paramatma Tattva. Now in that shloka, Bhagavan will give very beautiful example. Yada samharate chayam kurmongani va sarvashaha Indriyani indriyarthebhyastasya prajna pratisthita. So now he is saying Kurmaha. Kurmaha means turtle. We have this turtle thing. So Kurma, Bhagavan is telling he has the shell on the back. He has a shell. He is having this capacity to collect all his limbs, all his angani limbs to inside the shell, and he can save all his limbs because his limbs are very soft, but his shell is very hard. So he can just with the external things, if he wants to protect his limbs, he can just collect all these limbs inside the shell and he can protect from the external things. Similarly, Bhagavan is saying this person is Sthita Prajna person. He also has to protect what? He has to protect his sense organs and mind. And from whom? He has to protect all these things from the worldly objects. Because as we see with our eyes, we see some good objects, immediately we get feeling to get that. We will see this, Bhagavan will tell in detail. So Bhagavan is saying this person, the Sthita Prajna person, he has control over his sense organs. He can just control or just collect all his sense organs inside. Inside means he will become introvert immediately whenever so many worldly objects will come in front of him. He will not get interacted. He will not get indulged with the worldly objects, but he will try to see inside, see himself, the eternal peace inside which he is already having. He will try to find that, he will try to see that, he will try to feel that. And that's why he will not get indulged with the worldly thing. He has ability to collect all his senses inside. That means he has ability to control his senses. His senses will not go here and there to the worldly objects. So tasya pragya pratisthita. Then vishaya vinivar aharasya dehinaha rasavarjam rasopyasya parandrishtva nivartate vishaya vinivartante. So Bhagavan is saying sometimes the person who is sick or the person who is fasting or doing some pledge he has taken, resolution sometimes on New Year or some on some occasions he has taken some resolution. So for those people also vishayaha nivartante, vinivartante means objects are not there. They are not getting much attached with the object. They also don't eat objects like worldly things, food, etc. So sometimes person is very much sick. That person will also not eat so many good dishes or something delicious food. He will not have much attraction towards these things. But there is rasa. He is using the word of rasa. Parandrishtva nivartate. Rasa varjam rasopi asya. The person who is sick, that for that person objects will not be there. He will also not eat so many worldly things or something. He will not enjoy worldly things. But the person who has realization of param tattva, for that person only also the rasa. Rasa means the attachment in like the small attachment, the very subtle attachment we have. We don't know that thing, but that is the main cause of everything. That subtle attachment will also go because sick man will not eat now. But this person has desire like after once I will get good, I will be healthy, I will again eat. But the person who has so that shows he has this feeling of getting that food again. So he is still having the feeling that I will get the food again. So he has this rasa, little attachment with the objects. He still has. But the person who has knowledge of Supreme Brahman, he will not have that attachment also. So Vishaya vinivartante niraharasya dehinaha rasavarjam rasopyasya parandrishtva nivartate. So the person who has the supreme knowledge, his rasa, the small attachment, the subtle attachment will also go. The attachment will never come back. That is the meaning. Now the person who has not much, who don't have much attachment with the Vishayas, but they have rasa, they have little attachment, they are not interacting with the objects, worldly objects, but still inside they have craving. Sometimes we keep fast and we don't eat anything, but still we have craving. So the craving will also go if the person will have the knowledge of Brahman. But if it is not going, you are just keeping fast and having craving, what happens? So Bhagavan in next shloka he tells, Yatato hyapi kaunteya purushasya vipashchitaha indriyani pramathini haranti prasabham manaha. Yatato hyapi kaunteya, the person who is striving hard to get that knowledge. Yatato hyapi kaunteya purushasya vipashchitaha indriyani pramathini. His sense organs, his sense organs will do? Haranti prasabham manaha. These sense organs will distract his mind. So what happens? Sometimes we are sitting, just sitting, and we are thinking about Bhagavan, or we are thinking about our own work or something. But immediately, sometimes our ears hear something about the sweet, or something about the new clothes or new thing came in the market, or new iPhone, new version of iPhone. We hear something, and as we listen, what happens? Something comes in our mind. Our mind gets triggered, and we just start thinking about that thing. Immediately, our mind goes to that object, what we have heard. Or we are sitting in the free room, empty room, and sometimes with the paintings we are seeing, and we just see something which we really like, and our mind goes to that object immediately. And our mind, which was thinking about something, maybe my work, maybe studies or Bhagwan, the mind will immediately start thinking about that object. Similarly, Nasika also, if you just smell something very good fragrance, and your mind goes there, and you just thinking, what is the fragrance? I also want that fragrance. Daily, how can I get, which perfume it is? And we just start searching for the perfume, and we have to buy, etc. So this thing will come. So the person who has this little attachment inside, the craving inside, for that person it happens. The person who has already seen the supreme power, who have knowledge of supreme element, and rasas also are not there, that little attachment is also not there, cravings are not there, he will see the objects, he will hear the things, he will have this nasika also to get the perception of that object, but he will not get attached. His mind will not go there. Like if we are adult now, so if we listen the Doraemon's voice, we don't want to watch the Doraemon in the television. But similarly, if at our stage, if we are a small kid who likes Doraemon very much, he has attachment for the Doraemon. Right now, he has no, he's not thinking about Doraemon. He doesn't want to watch Doraemon. But as he hears little voice of Doraemon, immediately his mind goes towards the Doraemon. He wants to watch that particular episode. But we don't have that attachment for this cartoon. So even though we are listening the voice, then also our mind ignores that, because we don't have attachment with that cartoon, because we are adults. Similarly, if the person knows the Supreme Lord, Supreme Element, that person will become adult in that spiritual life. He will not have attachment for the worldly things. So even though the worldly things will interact with your sense organs, your mind will not get. Your sense organs will not be able to distract your mind from your gantavya, from your aim. That is the meaning. So, yatato hyapi kaunteya purushasya vipashchitaha. You have seen. Then in the next shloka, Tani sarvani sanyamya yukta asita matparaha vashe yasyendriyani tasya pradnya pratisthita. So Bhagavan is saying Tani sarvani sanyamya. So what we should do as a seeker, what we should do, so we should try to become like a guru. We should try to control over all our Sanyamya. We should try to control over our sense organs. And once we have control over sense organs, Sanyamya, and then Yukta Asita Mat Parha. You sit and meditate on me. Meditate on Bhagavan. Because without meditation, we cannot reach to them. I mean, we can reach with different ways, but meditation is also very easy here. One is saying, once you get your mind from all your objects, then try to meditate on me. Because if your mind will be free, then again the objects will come in the mind, or your mind will go here and there. So you have to give some object to your mind to interact with. So this object should be sattvic. This object should be pure. That is Paramatma. So just think about me, meditate on me. And what happens? So once you have control over your indriya sense organs, your pragya, your intellect will be pratisthita. You will be stable. You will become buddhi yukta. Then ध्यायतो विषयान् पुंसः संघस्तेषु पजायते संघात् संजायते कामात् क्रोधो विजायते. Bhagavan is saying, what happens when you are not thinking, thinking or meditating on me, what happens to you? You start dhyayato vishayan punsa. At the time, you think about the vishaya. What are the vishaya? Objects. So you don't have intention to get that object. Right now, you don't have. But at the moment you think about the object, what happens? Dhyayato vishayan punsaha. The person, he dhyayato means he thinks about the objects. Dhyayato vishayan punsa sanghasteshu pajayate. Immediately, asakti, sangha, attachment will arise. Sanghasteshu pajayate. And what happens? Sangha sanjayate kamaha. And the sangha, attachment will come in your mind, and with this attachment, your mind now wants that thing. Sanghasteshu pajayate sanghat sanjayate kamaha. And when you have sangha attachment, immediately you get kama, desire of that object. Sanghat sanjayate kama, kamat krodho vijayate. But everything you are not able to get. Maybe you are richest person on this world earth, but you cannot get every desire fulfilled because we are still human beings. We can become anything, but we have limitations as a human being, and we have to face those limitations. You cannot fulfill all your desires for every time, for permanently. So you cannot do. So what happens? So there are some obstacles or some problems, you are not able to fulfill your desires. So kamat krodha vijayate. Then you will get anger. So as you are not able to fulfill your desire, you will get anger. What happens next? He will not stop here. What happens? So anger, what anger does with you? So क्रोधात् भवति सम्मोहः सम्मोहात् स्मृतिविभ्रमः स्मृतिभ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशो बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति. So Bhagavan is saying क्रोधात् भवति सम्मोहः. Once you get anger, you get delusion, sammoha, you will get moha, you will be tagged. And then what happens with the moha? So delusion, krodhat bhavati sammoha, sammohat smriti vibhramaha. You will have smriti vibhram. You just lose all your past memories. Past memories means I have my mobile in my hand, and if I will throw this mobile phone on my television, what happens? You are not able to think about the result, and without thinking the result, you just do this action, and after that, what happens? You will lose your mobile phone as well as your television. The thing will happen. It happens many times with us. Maybe not with mobile and television, with some other topics. We know, like, if we will say these words to the person, this person will be very much upset, or this person will be very much angry on me. But still, what we do, we say those words to that person, because we are not able to think about the result. What will happen if I will do this? I will say this. I will think this. So we are not able to think in that way, and we do the things which we should not, which we are supposed to avoid. We do those things because of Smriti Vibhrama. We are not able to discriminate what is right and what is wrong. So Smriti Bhanshat Buddhi Nasho, Buddhi Nashat Pranashyati, Buddhi Nasha. We don't have past memory. We are not able to use your mind right now. We are not able to discriminate the things, what is right, what is wrong, what I should do, what I should avoid. And if you are not able to do that, what happens? We do something which is completely wrong, which is completely not expected from us. And then after, once we just get, we cry for some time, we just become little shant, peaceful, then we think about, we just regret what we have done. But after that regretting, after the regret, also nothing will happen. So better if we try not to get anger. And for not getting anger, we should not think about the worldly objects which we cannot get. So Bhagavan is giving complete derivation. So every time if you can connect any situation, you will find this derivation as it is. Because sometimes what happens, someone, you can think like someone is saying something wrong to me, and that's why I get angry. I'm not thinking about any object, but someone is saying something wrong to me and it hurts me. That's why I'm becoming angry. This can be our statement, like then how the Sangha stage the previous thing came. So someone is saying something wrong. Why we should get hurt? Because we have this perception that nobody should say something to me. That means we have already thought in previous time, we have already thought that nobody should think or say anything wrong to me. This is also something which we are thinking about, that we should not get this. So we have this desire in our mind that the person should not say anything wrong to me. And if someone should say something wrong, then I will become angry. So desire is already there. What is the desire? You want respect from people. You don't want people to say something wrong to you which hurts you. And that's why you are becoming angry. So Bhagavan is saying, any situation, if you are, sometimes you are not thinking right now for the objects, maybe you have already thought in previous time, but then also you have the same thing which we are applying everywhere. So krodhat bhavati samoha samoha smriti vibhrama. And what happens? Buddhi nasho, after buddhi nasho. So smriti dhanshat buddhi nasho, buddhi nashat pranashyati. So the person whose buddhi nasha, we have seen the example, television and mobile, and then the person completely perishes, or it will destroy. The person will destroy. Why Bhagavan is saying person will destroy? Because you are doing such things which you are not supposed to do, which you should avoid, but you are doing such things. So what happens? You will lose your respect, you will lose your everything what you deserve. So Bhagavan is saying you will completely destroy. Now in next shloka, Bhagavan is telling about the beads or the seeds of all this Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Mad, Matsar, etc. So what is the seed of everything? Raga, Dvesha, Viyuktaistu, Vishayan, Indriyaishcharan, Atma, Vaishyai, Vidhi, Yatma, Prasadam, Adhigachati. So Bhagavan is saying, Raga, Dvesha, Viyuktaistu. The person, he is telling about the Sthita Prajna Lakshana, characteristics of the Sthita Prajna person. So he is saying, Raga, Dvesha, Viyuktaistu. Rag, attachment, Dvesh, the feeling of hatred or the feeling to avoid something. So both the conditions, he is Viyuktaistu, he is free from all those situations, from both the situations. He is free. Raga, Dvesha, Viyuktaistu, Vishayan, Indriyaishcharan. And his indriya is not attached with the Vishaya, with the worldly objects. So his indriya is not attached there. Vishayan, Indriyaishcharan. And then he is completely having control over his sense organs, then what happens? Atma Vaishya Vidheyatma Prasadam Adhigacchati. Atma Vaishya, he has control over the Antakarana, the mind. So Vishayandriyation means he is maybe interacting with the worldly objects, his indriya, everything, but he is not getting attached with those things. Why he is not getting attached? Because raga dvesha viyukta istu. He has no rag, no dvesh. When the person has no attachment or no hatred feeling, etc., then all these things, if the person doesn't have at that time, then without these things, if the person goes towards the vishayas, worldly objects also, then also he will not get attached to those objects. Atma Vaishya Vidheyatma, he has control over his antakarana, he's having control over his mind. So prasadam adhigacchati, he will get, ultimately he will get happiness, he will get peace of mind. But how? So the seed is raga dvesha viyukta. We have to renounce rag and dvesh first. So everything will be okay and ultimately will get peace. Prasade sarva dukkhana bhanirasyopajaayate prasanna chetaso heshthashu buddhi paryavatishthate prasanna chetaso hyashu buddhi paryavatishthate. What happens is, when he is like prasade sarva dukkhana, in all the situations which are unfavorable to him, which are supposed to give him pain, sorrow, then also if he is happy, prasade sarva dukkhana. So what happens with his, all the sorrows will destroy and he will always have the happiness, the constant happiness of mind he will achieve. So prasanna chetasaha hyashu buddhi paryavatishthate. So very soon he will get the sthita buddhi, sthira buddhi, stable mind, prasanna chetasaha. So he is constantly happy now because he has no attachment, etc. So he is not getting indulged with the worldly objects. So he is happy now. Constantly he is happy. And sarva dukkhanam hanihi. Hanihi means all the dukkha's, all his sorrows will destroy now. Nasti buddhira yuktasya nacha yuktasya bhavana nacha bhavayata shantira shantasya sukhutas sukham. Nasti buddhira yuktasya. The person who is not stable, he will not have the knowledge. Nasti buddhi ayuktasya. Because in the physical world also, if you see, if you don't have the stability of mind, you cannot achieve any knowledge. If you will go for the classes, for the institution for 2 days, 3 days, but you are not able to go daily, and then you will achieve some knowledge, but very soon you will start forgetting also. So the thing is, you will not be able to get that knowledge forever or for very long time. So nasti buddhi rayuktasya, if you are not stable, if you are not concentrated, you will not get the knowledge of anything, the spiritual knowledge as well as the physical knowledge. Nasti buddhi rayuktasya nacha yuktasya bhavana. And the bhavana, you will not be able to meditate on me also, because Bhagavan told in previous shlokas, you have to meditate on me. Because after not having rag dvesh towards the worldly objects, you should have some other object to interact with. Otherwise, your indriyas, your sense organs it wants something. So you have to give some other object. That could be me, that could be Paramatma. So you can meditate on me. But if you are not stable, you are not concentrated, your mind is not concentrated, you will not be able to meditate on me. Nacha bhavayata shantihi. And if you are not able to meditate on me, if you are not able to concentrate your mind, then how can you expect peace? So peace of mind comes only when we are able to control our mind, when we are able to make our mind stable in the situations, then only we can get the peace of mind. So nacha bhavayata shantihi ashantasya kutas sukham. And without peace of mind, how can you expect happiness? So happiness will never come without the peace of mind. And peace of mind, for this, you need to concentrate your mind, you need to stable. Your mind should be stable. and then only you will get the peace, and from the peace you will get the happiness, the ultimate happiness, the bliss. So we also see some people who are very much active or enthusiastic in their life. They are more like Rajasic persons. So what happens with the Rajasic guna, we have already seen in 14th, we will see in 14th chapter, or maybe in other levels we have seen. So the result of Rajas guna is dukkha, or the pain, or the sorrow, the attachment. Why it is attachment? Because when we are Rajasic, we are interacting with so many people, with so many situations, with so many things. And what happens as we interacting, our indriyas, our sense organs are interacting with the things, and we get more and more attachments. And then with these attachments, we get sorrow and the dukkha, the pain. So if we don't want to get pain, we have to be concentrated at one object, on one object. So Bhagavan is saying next, Indriyanam hi charatam yanmanonu vidhiyate tadasya harati prajñam vayurnamami vambhasi. So what happens if your indriya or sense organs will start following the mind? What happens? What mind will do with the indriyas? So Bhagavan is saying, like in a ocean, if you have a boat and you don't have a good sailor to control that boat, what happens? The air will control the boat, and your boat will be destroyed. Similarly, your mind will also destroy you through your indriyas, through your sense organs, if you don't have the control over your mind and sense organs. So what happens? Your indriyas will follow your mind, and then your mind will control your indriyas, and your mind will say, your mind will start giving commands to your indriyas, and your sense organs will do according to your mind, and it will destroy you. Tasmad yasya, what we should do? Tasmad yasya mahabaho nigrihitani sarvashah indriyani indriyarthebhyas tasya prajña pratishtita. So what we have to do? Tasmad, he mahabhaho, ho Arjuna mahabaho. The person should control over his sense organs, should have control over his sense organs, and by getting control over his sense organs, he should get his mind towards me. So his mind will be attached with me, not with the worldly objects. Then this person will become munehe. The person will become like the buddhi yukta. He will be equanimous to all the situations. Yanisha sarva bhutanam tasyam jagarti sanyami yasyam jagrati bhutani sa nisha pasyato munihi. So now here he will tell about the night and day. The word he is using night and day. Sometimes we think Yanisha sarva bhutanam, for the people, the people who they say this is night. For the people who are having the gyan or the knowledge of supreme element, they think this is day. But this is not the correct interpretation. We have to think in a way. There are two situations. One is the paramarthic stage, another is worldly stage. One stage where we are thinking more about Bhagwan, and another stage where we are thinking more about the worldly objects. So what happens when we are thinking about the Bhagwan? That is the day for the Jnani people, and for that is the night for the Ajnani people who are not thinking about the Bhagwan. And the situation where we are thinking about the worldly objects, that becomes the night for the Jnani people who have knowledge of supreme element, and that becomes day for the Ajnani people, because they are already thinking about those things only. Yanisha sarva bhutanam tasyam jagarti sanyami. So the people, all the people, Ajnani people who sleep in the situation, that means who are not thinking about the Paramatma, for that situation is the morning or the daytime of the Ajnani people, because they are thinking about Paramatma only. And Sasyam Jagarti Bhutani, when the people are very much indulged with the worldly objects, at that situation, the people who are Jnani, they think it is night, because this is not real, and I'm thinking I'm attached with the worldly object, which is not real, which is mithya. So Bhagavan is saying in the way. आपूर्यमाणम् अचलं प्रतिष्ठं समुद्रमापः प्रविशन्ति यद्वत् तद्वत् कामयं प्रविशन्ति सर्वे स शान्तिमाप्नोति न कामकामी. What happens? Like you have ocean which is fully filled. So many different rivers will come and combine in the water in the ocean, but ocean level will not change. It will not have any change. So similarly, the people who are sthita prajna, whose buddhi is stable, for those people, for the sthita prajna people, what happens? They have so many things, situations, and attachments will come, objects will come, but they will not have any ups and downs, because like the samudra, the ocean will not get affected by the rivers. Similarly, these sthita prajna people will not get affected by the worldly objects. Vihaya kamanya sarvan pumam sharati nisprihaha nirmamo nirahankarasya shanti madhigacchati. So what Bhagavan saying, sa shanti madhigacchati, that person will get the peace. Who will get the peace? Vihaya kamanya sarvan. All the desires, the person who just renounces all the desires, sarvan, and then nispriha. Nispriha means like you have a camphor, and you put this camphor somewhere, and after that you just get this camphor outside and you clean that bottle completely, but still you have some smell of camphor there. So what happens? So desires are also like that. Even we just renounce the desires completely, but still it has some attachment. It will leave. So he's saying, Bhagavan is saying, nispriha, the person will not have that much attachment also. So that much attachment also, and then nirmamaha, he will not having the feeling of mamat. This is my. He will not have the feeling of mamat. And nirahankaraha, I am big, I am this, I am that. That feeling also is not having. Sa shanti madhigacchati, that person will get the peace. Esha brahmi sthitish partha nainam prapya vimuhyate sthitva syamantakalepi brahma nirvana nichati. So Bhagavan is saying this is the brahmi sthiti which is only attained by the people who are sthita prajna, who are sthita prajna sthitva asyam antakalepi. In this situation, if the person comes, even the end of his life, antakalepi, brahma nirvana nichati, he will not get the antakalepi, sthitva asyam antakalepi, brahma nirvana nichati. He will nainam prapya vimuhyati, he will not get delusion in the antakal also, and this time also, and he will get brahma nirvana. He will get the nirvana, he will get the moksha, he will get the Brahma, to supreme element. So now we have completed the second chapter. We will say Pushpika. Om Tat Sariti Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā Upanishadsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Sankhya Yogo Nama Dvitiyo Dhyayah. Om Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. I will do little Sankirtanam. Hari Sharanam, 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 Hari Sharanam. Hari Sharanam, Hari Sharanam, Hari Sharanam, Hari Sharanam. Jai Shri Krishna.
Thank you, Kavita Didi. Thank you, Kavita Didi. Your enlightening explanation on Sankhya Yoga has given us a lot to think about and to put into practice. Didi, will you be taking the questions? It's a great honor to welcome Ashu Goyalji, who is the National Vice President and a pillar of Geeta Parivar, for the question and answer session. Welcome, Ashu Bhaiya.
Maybe I think there is no questions towards the participants.
No
We can
questions
go.
today. Okay, so
We can conclude now.
we can conclude. Okay. On behalf of Geeta Parivar, our sincere thanks goes out to the technical team for their relentless efforts in making the session a great success. We would like to thank each and every one of you Geeta Sadhaks for attending this evening session. We look forward to meeting you once again next week for another exciting session. There is a small announcement. The Hanuman Chalisa will be chanted after the Samapan Pratna. All are requested to wait for it. We now have Vrunda Okeji for the Samapan Pratna. Vrunda Oke, a graduate from Pune, Maharashtra, retired after 34 years of private service. She joined Geeta Parivar in March 2021 and now serves as GC in L1, L2, and L3 as a tech assistant, and also serves as supervisor in the calling and migration department. Welcome, Vrunda ji.
Jai Shri Krishna Didi.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Yogesham Satchidanandam Vasudevam Vrajapriyam Dharma Samsthapakam Veeram Krishnam Vande Jagadguru. Shri Krishna Vande Jagadguru. Jai Shri Krishna to all.
Thank you, Okeji, for your harmonious prayer. Jai Shri Krishna.
श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मनु मुकुरु सुधारी बरनउ रघुबर विमल जसु जो दायकु फलचारी बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेस विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीसति लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन बरन विराज सुबेसा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे कांधे मूज जनेऊ साजे शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा जरावा हर शिवर लाए बहुत बड़ाए समभाए कंठ लगावे सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद सारद सहित अहिसा जम कुबेर दिक्पाल जहाते कवि कोविद कहि सकै कहाते तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीन्हा राम मिलाय राजपद दीन्हा तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना जुग सहस्र जो जन पर भानु लील्योताहि मधुर फल जानू प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माही जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाही दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हरे तेते राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे होतन आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी सरना तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना आपन तेज सम्हारो आपे तीनों लोक हांकते कांपे भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे महावीर जब नाम सुनावे नासै रोग हरै सब पीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा, तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा। और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे, सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे। चारों जुग पर ताप तुम्हारा है, पर सिद्ध जगत उजियारा। साधु संत के तुम रखवारे, असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे। अष्ट सिद्धि नौ निधि के दाता, असवर दीन जानकी माता। राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा, सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा। तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे, जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे। अंत काल रघुबर पुर जाई, जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई। और देवता चित्त न धरई, हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई। संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा, जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई। जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई, छूट ही बंदी महासुख होई। जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा, होय सिद्धि साखी गौरीसा। तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा, कीजय नाथ हृदय महडेरा। पवन तनय संकट हरन, मंगल मूर्ति रूप। राम लखन सीता सहित, हृदय बसहु सुर भूप। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। उमापति महादेव